for entertainment purposes only. Do not attempt anything you see in this video.
It takes a lot of commitment, ladies and gentlemen. I started out with 6. We started out with 6 students and we wound up with 4. And tonight we celebrate these 4 graduating in front of you, the first class of the JPWA. And Glenn, if you just want to let them know how you feel about this class, I know you're excited just as much as I am, and we'll go ahead and get on with it.
Yeah, this is the first class that makes it extremely special for us, and I know that they've all worked very hard. I think when you see people and you see them graduating at the end of whatever, you don't realize the journey they've been through.
I want you to show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see we can be true, we can be true. I want you to see what I see in us, something so real, something so real. I want you to see that this is a love that we both feel, that we both feel. And how will
Some people call me the brain, and other people call me the teacher. But my name is Haley Jones. Follow me.
And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying.
I'm the guy that was at the back of the line. Now he's at the front of the line. I'm the guy that is the best. Hence, James the Best. It's my name.
We're meant to be.
You've never seen anything like Dillon Dyer, and you probably never will again. You're lucky if you see it now. So if you've never heard my name before, you're using your ears for the wrong reason.
People who have a passion and care about it and love it, make room for them. If you don't actually care about this, go. You don't look to, get better in this, leave. Get out of the
In
way.
another lot of war, this ain't the same. This ain't the same. They say love is all. It makes it all alright. In time. In time. My heart still feels the breaking, but you make my world so bright. It feels so right. It feels so right. And how will we ever feel that what we've got is real? There's no denying. There's no denying. And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying. It's terrifying. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying. That we're meant to be. We're meant to be. That we're meant to be. We're meant to be.
You can give some words to the personality, give some words and you make it your own, I think.
Yeah,
You know?
I think Dillon does a good job. I mean, 'cause his personality is him,
Right.
just amped up, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, so watch.
See?
See, and then I mean, what do? And my apologies, it's James. James is best, right? I mean, what does that mean?
James the best, better than all the rest.
Yeah, you got to be arrogant, dude. You know what Robert De Niro used to say about acting? Is Robert De Niro would say that, like, this is me angry, this is me happy, this is me, and they're all the same look. But his point was there were slight changes based on the internal emotion, and I think that's what it is. Is all of it starts in here. So you just have to convince yourself you're an arrogant jerk who is better than all the rest, you know. And when you start on the inside with that, you know, a lot of times you'll see people and they try too hard, and then you see other guys and gals out there, and you're like, they don't even do anything, you don't like them, just because of the way they hold themselves. Does that make sense?
What?
You've seen that, right? I mean, you know, like especially you watch the live thing, you're like, golly, he just, Jesus, you know. You definitely tell who, and it's easier for the heels, I think. But, you know, it's just the way you carry yourself and just everything. And when, you know, for you, I mean, because you can back it up too with the athleticism, and it just has to be, you know, it has to be that. It has to come from the inside. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, and actually, there's a lot of people that already, like all the time, there's a lot of people at the Joe that don't even like me. And a lot of people at work don't like me. Like people.
Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Well, no, not like that. It's people that's never even talked to me. Because, like you said, the way I present myself, and I do, like when I walk in the Cotton Eye Joe, when I used to before I got a girlfriend, I walk in there and I walked around like I owned the place.
Well, that's the same thing. You just got to amp that up as much as you can.
Okay.
Especially on the promos, you know, because that's really the time for that to come across.
So I'm not amped up enough?
Yeah, I don't think he's committing to it.
Yeah, I think it's just got to be, you know, that's me anyway, you know. He's dominating the promos. You know, because, you know, it's just, because that's, you know, he's got a character here, and, you know, it's Dillon Desire. This is awesome. You know, but it was great. But, you know, you have to have that same, you have to be able to match his personality, or he's going to dominate the promo. That's just the way it is.
But, like that's Buckle. You ever heard of Buckle? And a lot of people around here make fun of me for wearing that. They're like, you spent $60 on that shirt and it's got too much.
You spent $60 on that shirt? I could have sold it for you for $15. I could have got you.
Well, those shirts go for like $90.
Yeah, but see, when I'm wearing this shirt, it's priceless.
Exactly.
Right? That's what it has to be, bro. You know.
Yeah, and that's why I still wear them.
You have to tell people that. I mean, it's like, you know, you don't have to. What you're doing is you're justifying and you're backpedaling and you're always defensive. It seems to me. Am I right about that?
Yes,
like when you know, and it's got to be, dude. You know, I'm James the best. Ain't no one can handle me. And I'm the best in the world at what I do. Don't say that because that's Jericho's deal. But nevertheless, you know, what do I have to do to get it through your head? I'm just better than you. You know, just amp all that stuff up. I can wear anything I want. You know why? Because it's not the wrapping, it's the package inside that makes the gift.
That's what it is. You're storytelling, and you're also getting people into who you are. Example. What's your best pickup line? No. I say this because this is great. Glenn will tell you. He goes... Right.
Kenzie actually did like the eye roll of the Undertaker.
Exactly. right. Because you are a heel. What is your best pickup line?
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
And that's all he's got, because it works. He stops there.
Yeah.
He stops there. He doesn't need another one.
I wait till a slow song comes on. And I walk up and I'm like, you know what? I've been waiting all night for a slow dance just so I could ask you to dance.
Oh, my heart's melting right there.
And 90% of the time they'll go dance with me.
That's right, 90% of the time. What about that 10%? You gotta get that percentile down. You do.
Well, it ain't gonna work every time with every girl's different.
Yes, it does.
Yes, James the best.
Yes,
it works every time you have to convince yourself it works. See, you got defensive. It works at no time.
Yes.
It works every time. 100%.
Yes.
It does work every time, but sometimes they really don't.
No, you don't care. You don't remember the times you really don't.
Oh, okay.
Brother, I can show up in sweatpants straight out of the gym, and I say, baby, I've been waiting for this chance to dance with you, the slow dance. It works every single time. Because it's what's inside that counts. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. They can see me and they know I'm the best.
Yeah.
You got to revel in it, brother.
Yeah. 90% of the time. What's that? What was it? Ron Burgundy Panther or something works
60% of the time it works every time.
Yeah, exactly. 90% of the time it works every time.
Yeah.
No, man, it just is that. It's all about. It is. It's all about personality and getting that personality. To come
And
out.
it's just like you stood up on Sunday. Oh, you heard Sunday. Where you said, "Hey, look, I know about this business. Nobody else knows. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you believe it or not." When you said it, everybody popped because they said, "That's great, but as long as you believe it, it doesn't matter. As long as you believe it."
And the best is you're the only person. Everybody knows that you're the only person that actually believes it, but you still believe it.
Yeah.
Because that means you're the only person that matters to you, and you're very self-centered.
Yes.
Which is a good thing, Russ.
That doesn't sound like you does it. Great. Right?
Yeah.
You're going to say yes. Because you walk out with the baddest woman in the bar, right? The baddest in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Never fails.
Nope.
That's right.
You can do anything. It's like when you're working too, you can do anything. It's a heel, you can do anything. It doesn't matter. It's babyface, you can't do certain things because they're heel moves, but when you're a heel, you can do anything you want. That's what's so fun about being a heel is all of us generally I think are pretty nice people. Here, getting there as a heel, and so you can do anything you want. Get people pissed off at you. It's great.
The silence fades into the night. Coyotes sing at the moonlight. These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape.
Hey, I wonder if Kenzie, if you borrow you can kind of game wrestle it a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it doesn't want
I feel like the best way to warm up is to wrestle. You know what I mean?
Into a world we don't know.
Into
a world we don't know. Into the great
That was cool. That was pretty good. The last time.
Let's escape. Let's escape. Let's escape.
Okay, now I'm gonna grab a handful. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3.
These open highways are calling our name, and now it's time.
Pretty much I would step out from under you and then do the face. Yeah, it just helps us in the text. I don't want any of this. And I'll set you up in the center here. So I'll show you what's going on.
Highways are calling our name, and now it's time for us to escape.
There's also, Adam had a cool, did I send you that video of Rick Rude and Barry Windham?
No.
They were running a little spot, and Rude ended up facing away, or
Yeah.
he was facing away, and then
Barry
Windham
stopped
chucked
himself.
him.
And grabbed him by the armpits.
Oh, you did
Chucked
send
him
me
straight
that.
up in the air, he took
He ends up taking an ass bump.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then Adam suggested if I was in the ring, blah blah blah, ended up with that ass bump.
If it's a
And
blind, you blind tag her. So
Then
she
you run
stops
right over her.
behind.
Oh,
As you're
that's
throwing
cool.
her, you're running. So when she lands, you run right over top.
Right.
And then Beth
Beth-
is coming and does a blockbuster. Wham, boom.
So you think Nan's already in the ring
She's
while I'm
getting in
bumping
the ring
Sasha?
while you're bumping.
Boom!
Yeah.
And then she's already going.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's like
So if
really
you're already
fluid.
hitting and then
So you're hitting there, coming here, Beth comes back to here, so that when Kenzie comes back up, it's right into essentially an ass blockbuster. So it's bam, bam. Well, it's bam.
So am I?
Bam, bam.
You're doing the blockbuster.
All the bands.
He was thinking I do the blockbuster.
Yeah, I
but
think
you could do it.
No,
too.
I think you should do it. Okay.
And then you roll out and you dive in.
I don't think I've ever done one, but I'll try.
Well, it is a snapmare.
Okay.
You take a snapmare essentially.
Over, and I bump her. So if Natty runs this way, I'm here. So after the ass bump, boom, Kenzie, you're facing the other way. Sorry, just so I can envision. You're this way.
I'm this way.
I bumped her up. Boom.
Yeah, kind of like a perfect snap.
Here comes Natty.
Here comes Natty.
Running that way. I go this way, right? Is that what you're
No,
thinking? Or the
no, like
reverse?
you would.
So Natty's
Sorry,
coming here.
guys.
So you would come from here. As Natty's coming here, you hit here. So boom, boom, boom. And then
I don't. You'd have to like.
He's like, I did.
You want to demonstrate it real quick, Dave?
Huh?
I'll be Natty, you be Beth.
Yeah, you know what? This is perfect.
Flip your hair first.
So like. I can climb before I can work. So I'll do this one. And as soon as she comes up. Yeah.
Okay. You
yeah.
Kenzie, you're there, and then I'm.
And then you sell back up, right? And then just go.
Oh wow, that looked great.
Is that right?
That looked really good. That little bump looked awesome.
Okay. But you know what I mean? Like
I
I,
know
want
exactly
the
what you
like really, I want the little things to look.
And that actually,
sharp.
what Dave was just saying, like about the space, that makes sense. Actually, that's good for me.
Now you got
Regardless.
all this room to work with. So like, if you
So
want to
that's
take it to
good.
your wrist, like, and as soon as you're turning, like you're right there.
And I can even bring her here, like to get her ready for that suplex.
Yeah.
Like,
And Beth and I both know, basically, Beth's doing all the work.
thanks, Natty. 1, 2, 3.
Good, Kenzie.
Kenzie, you're a great post.
Great post.
Do you want to squat?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Great.
Okay. Dawn said, the problem is that you're going to be so good that you're going to be doing all the work.
You're gonna be so tired.
Too late.
Exactly.
Too late.
Like, oh, look at them. Look at them circling her like she's a shark.
I know. Your first mistake is that you were good.
Yeah, that you're too good.
I know, poor Sasha, like every idea I have is like, we'll do this.
Oh, so we'll do that with Sasha.
I'm like, we'll do everything.
She's light, so she can do it all.
I'm like,
She does volunteer though too.
I want to see your face. Like,
They go, but yeah, where they turn like that and they're doing this stuff, man. Yeah, like that. Get a picture of that.
And I pretty much have to stay.
You stay based.
Yep. I'm gonna stay as steady as I can. Yep.
And I'll take all my weight off your legs.
and so all Dash does is turn one back.
Am I stepping on you, Dad?
And then Beth just needs to do that foot right.
I gotta be tighter to the body. I got you.
There
we go.
Yeah, as long as you kind of help us turn, that's.
I wonder if Dash grabbing your foot would help stabilize you, like before you turn.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the cool. This is the coolest thing I've ever done. Like, it's a huge bet. Like,
And here's a quick question, and looking at it in terms of psychology and what's going to get the best reaction, all of these things. Double submission can't be a finish. So it's going to get a great reaction though, but it's going to get a great reaction. So you do it,
The ref will be trying to get me out.
but the ref will be trying to get you out. Somebody comes in to break it up, you'll right up, boom. You see it, you hit the ropes, the person that was in the double sharpshooter is rolling out, now you hit the heart attack. So bam, bam. But the heart attack can be an actual finish. So
Yeah.
now there's a cover, now there's either a save or it's a,
And Natty's legal.
you know what I mean? But it's awesome and it's a moment, but they don't think you can win it there.
Well, and then I'm thinking you should be the one getting pinned too.
and should be the one going over.
Yes. So that would leave you legal after the clothesline. Boom.
But I like that because that way, because you know, as cool as it is, unless, like I said,
There's only that's the only disconnect is like, well, they can't actually win the match here, but it's a super cool moment.
It's exciting, but you can't.
Super exciting, but
the anticipation is it over?
exactly. Whereas whoever you got it on, let's say it's Billy, so now Peyton comes in. Now you're still doing it to heels. Her partner's trying to break it up. You see it coming?
Yeah.
But she's got to be legal somehow. We got to somehow make her.
Yes.
So if there's a tag to to Peyton. To Peyton, but then she gets bumped down before the thing happens. Then you turn, and then here's the now illegal heel, getting double leg.
So we do the gimmick on the illegal person.
The illegal, and that way the illegal could start tapping. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah. So now you get that. Oh, she tapped. Illegal though. They can tell that story in commentary. It's a great false finish for the audience to think, holy shit, you guys just won it.
Just little fingers behind
Holy
you. That's okay. She's talking to herself right now.
She can't hear a word. Back into wrestling.
No,
I know. I did the same thing.
That's when I were truckers in the car.
Yeah, so she could tap that, and it's okay, and that way it doesn't throw away the move either.
Yeah.
So you get some mileage out of that move. She's tapping like a banshee, but the legal comes in.
Peyton. Yeah, go.
Yeah, so after you just
Yeah, so if you guys are both here, you just pick her up. Natty turns where she's at, takes off. Boom. Hard attack.
And I think it's even a moment though. It's like you
give it a second
you realize,
for people to
realize like, oh my god, like,
and then you
this is
realize
emotional for you because your dad just went to the Hall of Fame and you're gonna hit that. So make that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can even. Daddy!
The more you realize it, the more they're going to realize it. Like,
Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to do everything right here. We're gonna have to do everything short.
Yep. So we're gonna shoot you off.
Short whip, boom. Go for hip toss.
Perfect. Good.
And then to Adam's point, like when we did this before, we grab the person and then double rush him. But you said
But
try
we
to get away.
try to get away. We could go.
Yeah.
We're real bullies.
see, that way it looks like she tried to flip out of the head toss.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like you guys are just flipping under her feet.
I like that.
Yeah, if it shows her run away, it's like a counter.
She's flipping to her feet to get out of it and trying to take off. Now it's like,
Now I know we're the baby faces. Do you think it's bad to like grab hair and stuff? Because
I think
I
we do
feel like
whatever
we're
we
just nasties. To steal lazies. We're the nasties.
What is this? You know what I think? I think in this case,
I think you're okay.
in the Hart family, we just do it.
Once I step off this thing, throw her. I'll come walking in and I'll step off.
Once you step down.
So
Yeah, when I step down.
I'll watch.
So we both toss her on.
Yep.
Okay.
Makes it easy. 1, 2, 3.
You guys get your visual. Circle her out if you want, whatever you want to do. Get your whole visual.
Okay.
Hey, put my partner down and throw her.
Oh, I love that. That's perfect.
That's safer for everybody.
Yeah.
So.
And thank you. That's beautiful.
It's very easy.
You know what? Because I was kind of worried about.
It's hard to time a simultaneous step out. When
Yeah.
you hit, like,
Yeah.
your vision's.
Yeah, that could be a knee blower the other way.
Yeah.
Could be. I don't think it would, but it would.
Kenzie, you're good? Yeah. Okay, I agree. If it was regular math, yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys.
Just Beth, let's try that again. Sorry, Kenzie. I'm just.
Straight off this press. My shoulders are gonna be jacked after this.
We're gonna be jacked.
I'll come in for the catch again.
Yes.
You guys, just give me the ego, as I call it.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, we walk in circle, 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 circle.
You guys cool with it? All right, here we go. Put my partner down and go.
I like the circle. It's very visual.
Yeah, you guys can.
Well, and then picture if
You guys could do like the old press, like rep her too.
Ooh, yes.
Thanks,
Yes.
Daniel. Okay.
This is where Miss Arn.
after
love Arn.
that,
Arn would have loved
they
this.
could both feet up by the ropes.
Yeah, there's gotta be something else.
Out.
Exclamation
And
point.
whether it's a clothesline over the top or whether it's.
Maybe another team. Maybe like. Oh yeah,
You know what I
can
mean? Because they're both gonna be right here.
Stacked.
They're dying to get chucked out.
Yeah, and just grab my wrist, Kenzie, grab my wrist, like this way, turn this way, and I'm gonna palm you back. Boom! Lighten it up. Or we could double grab her, pull her out, and then fling her back in. And we also do like a gut thing. We did one of these, we pull her into the gut. Never double.
Yeah. Or in your One second, can we try doing stomps and sink?
Yeah.
So it's. Good. That's perfect. And I like.
She's already dead.
And I liked how Kenzie was. Good job of like.
Yeah, coming out a little bit.
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than when somebody's like just like in the buckle taking it. But like every time you get hit, open, you know how you're opening up and going down, and like you can really help a lot. Help us, hurt you.
The name of the game.
Help us hurt you. I started turning heel on Sasha this week. I had, we had 3 minutes to work during the break.
I watched it. You were a heel.
I was such a heel.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care. I'm just going to be a heel. And I
You like that, Bailey?
We're going to
Especially in Boston, too.
Because we were in Boston, we were in Sasha's hometown, and I was like, I'm just going to be mean to Bailey. It's perfect. So every time I do anything to Sasha, I would like yell at Bailey, like, you like that? Was that good enough for you, Bailey? And Sasha's like, I'm in here with you, but I like you. No, Bailey.
No, Bailey.
It was so funny because I was so mean to Sasha. I was like grabbing her by the face and like yelling at Bailey, and I felt kind of like Owen. I was like, after I cut Sasha off with that stare thing, and I was like, I love you, Boston.
Could have locked up, broke, and celebrated.
I know. I was like, next time. It was just so much fun. I love working with Sasha. Like I even watch. I hate watching myself back, but I was like watching myself back after. It was like everything worked out so awesome.
Hi, Steve. Is this weird to see mommy like this? You do your thing, and I'm already on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like right behind you.
Yeah.
You don't do the front face lock, really. Yeah. Just make it one motion. Make everything one over a ball. So if it's here, it's like, I'm so sorry.
I just don't want to step on you. You're okay.
So if this is here, like if she's here, like this, get to this, get to the top. Yeah. So can you scoot this out real quick?
Yeah.
So it's just like this, like if you're Beth's out there, you can hit the ropes now. So if you just give her something, boom, like Dawson Mercedes.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's simple.
So cover. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to you. Yeah. So
You're gonna give me the Vader. You don't like the Vader bomb. Yeah.
So you're gonna go up like to the second.
Yeah. Not so athletically. Go slow. I'm selling one. Big Vader.
And then.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
You have it. Yep. You have it. I want to actually see that.
Tuck your toes behind my face. There you go. Perfect.
I just want to score the height. So
Is it my too far?
you're way too far, but it's okay. I'm wondering if I know this is lofty, but if I didn't do a crossbody, and then you take, you know what I mean, or is that too much? Is that
I
too
think
big?
if you went to the top, you could do that.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna slowly do
Very
this.
slowly, just set Adam down on his feet.
I got you.
Oh yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta eat this far.
Yeah.
That's
Perfect.
By the way, this is a Christmas card photo. WWE, and she got rejected. It was a job working as a backstage host, and she was so sad and she was so upset. And, she was just like, I can't believe it. I had arranged a job interview for her, and I told her, I go, I still have the letter that Dr. Tom sent me. We didn't have emails back in 2002 when I was sending stuff in, but I had only had 9 matches. I'd only ever had 9 matches. And I thought I was ready to be in WWE. I didn't have proper gear, I didn't have anything. Like, I didn't send Dr. Tom a picture that looked, I mean, it wasn't professional. But at the time, I didn't realize it. So I sent him a little highlight reel. I had 9 matches, by the way. And I sent him a little, letter and a resume, and I just thought, this is it. This is my chance. I'm 3rd generation. I think this would be great, blah, 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 blah. Dr. Tom sent me a letter back saying, thank you so much. Right now, we don't have any availability, but thank you for your letter, thank you for your tape. I still have that letter. And I remember feeling so rejected, but that rejection is what you need. That's the game changer. That's what separates men from boys. That's you need to feel rejection. You need to feel hard times. You need to fall on your ass. You need to fall on your ass to get back up, whether it's getting an injury, whether it's getting rocked a little, not through your head, but like, you have to fall down the road. So don't be afraid of that. If you have to have bad matches. You have to go through that. You don't want to, but you're going to go through that. You need that. You need that experience. You need criticism. You need, you need places where you can grow. And like it took me 5 years from that point of sending Dr. Tom, actually maybe a little longer. It took me many years after that letter that he had sent me, after I kept getting rejected. Finally, 5 years later of trying, I was like, and this is going back to what we talked about when I first came here, whatever it takes. That's what Dr. Tom said, go back, whatever it takes. You know what, I'm to this, I'm to that. Like, no matter, I told my cousin that, I said, I know you feel rejected now, but I promise you, in 6 months, everything can change. In 5 weeks, everything can change. In 3 days, everything can change. Everything can change, especially in WWE, in a drop of a dime. In one meeting, everything can change. So just know that, like, rejection, it's not the end. Somebody slams a door in your face, find a way to turn a no into a yes. And you will. You can. You absolutely can. I've turned every no every time somebody said no to me, I found a way to make it into a yes. But just know you have to have bad matches. You have to go through hardships. You have to go through things like injuries and Dr. Tom, I was saying that you have to find a way to turn no into yes. And sometimes it doesn't work the first time, sometimes it doesn't work the second time, but there's this quote that I love, and it goes something like this. It's about the brick walls. The brick walls are there for a reason. They're there to keep the other people out. You guys aren't the other people. You're the ones that are supposed to be in it. But the brick walls, we have to keep certain people out. That's why stuff's really hard. So just keep that in mind. Like, the brick walls they're there for a reason.
But what was the game changer for you? What finally opened your eyes? I mean, I know you got rejected, but what was the one that really got you over the hump? Because you went to Georgia first, right?
It went to Deep South, and then Deep South closed down. Dr. Tom took over the school. They moved us down to Florida. What actually was the game changer for me was something you said, because when I first got hired by WWE, remember, I had 5 years of rejection. So I'd been rejected for years and years and years. And then I remember, I had a really bad match, a tryout match with Chantel or Angel or Chrissy. It was just not good. And I remember being frustrated, and I had gone to Japan, I had trained in the dungeon, I had done all this wrestling before I got to Deep South. And I remember Dr. Tom saying to me, and this was a game changer, and this stayed with me throughout my entire career. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just got so spooked that I was so spooked that I got hired by WWE that I almost forgot how to wrestle. And I forgot. And Dr. Thomas said to me, he goes, do what brought you to the dance. Do what brought you to the dance. You know what you're doing. Do what brought you here. And I always tell the girls that, because a lot of the girls that are coming up from NXT, like Lacey and Nikki Cross, and I'm like, they're sometimes the worst thing you can do is take little pieces of advice from everybody and try to apply it in one night. Sometimes you got to go back to being you. And the most money I've ever made in the company, the most successful I've ever been, the most I've done in the company career-wise, whether it's getting on a roll, is just always being myself. Do what brought you to the dance. You know what you're doing, because when you come here, you put in the work, reps. I don't care if you do 5 things, just do them well. You know what I mean? If it's 5 schoolgirls on a cover that you do great, do that. But whatever it is that makes you stand out, whatever it is that gets you noticed, whatever it is that brought you to the dance, and even what got me hired by WWE? I must have had something about me that made them want to hire me. And so that being myself brought me to the dance. And I always remember that. It's that's why when Beth and I were in WWE, they were always trying to tell us be more like the models, or you guys need to dance. Or I was always trying to take dance lessons. I need to learn how to dance. I'm not pretty enough. We need to get skinnier. And then I was like, wait a minute. What I'm good at is wrestling, and then wrestling was what became popular, and then it's all the stars aligned for me. But it was always the wrestling was always what brought me to the dance. That was me. That was Maddie. So I think again, back to fundamentals and basics. I never do anything in the ring I'm not good at. And then if I want to work on stuff and get better at it, I'll practice it. But when it comes to matches where people are watching, sometimes all they're watching for when you're having tryouts is just your footwork. Looking comfortable in the ring, having that little it factor. It's just about believing in yourself. It's just about believing in you.
The hell's wrong? We're living our best life.
What did you just do, man?
We marked out.
We're living our best life.
Oh my God.
You just gotta believe, man. Yeah. That's
bottom line.
I love when she was like, if you can just, she's like, even if you do 5 schoolboys and you're just good at it, then, and she's like, I don't do anything I'm not good at. And I thought that was cool that she was.
You
just
know
like,
what made me feel good? When she said, I wonder if I can do a leapfrog. She's been in it since 2002 and asked if she could do a leapfrog.
Yeah.
It made me feel better about skipping out on those leapfrogs. Like you said, and I know you said it, but it's good to hear it from you.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it happens again for everybody.
So since we're here, and I was just like wondering if maybe we could, maybe
what?
Maybe like have a, maybe a 4-hour practice.
or maybe like sing.
Hey, listen.
Who runs the show?
The only thing between you and the ring is air and common sense.
Dr. Tom Prichard and Knoxville Mayor Glenn.
gentlemen, we'll get this going as fast as we can. This first gentleman I want to bring out, you talk about a natural athlete. You talk about a guy that he could just look at it twice and he can duplicate it and even make it better than it was. He came to us not knowing anything about professional wrestling, but he knows about being a pro athlete. He knows about what he wants in life, and he went after it. And for that, I'd like to bring out the best, James Best, to get his graduation certificate. JPWA. This next lady also came to us with a very limited knowledge about professional wrestling. The first couple times in the ring, man, she got so frustrated. I think she got so to the point where she wanted to pull my hair out and struck me in the eye a couple times. But I'm glad she didn't, because she kept coming back and she kept taking the bumps and she kept rolling and she kept going with all the punches, man. Not one time did I ever hear her complain. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, our second graduate tonight, Miss Haley Holt Jones. This next guy, you're either going to love him or you're going to hate him. Or you're going to love to hate him. Because he's got that charisma. He's one of those people that walks into the room and you can't help but look. You can't help but stare. And when he starts talking, you can't help but listen because he's so damn loud. But the thing is, those are the kind of people you need in professional wrestling. He understands that is what it takes. It's that charisma. It's that intangible it factor. And if you watch him come to the ring right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's Dillon Dyer. You can see what I mean. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say this real quick. We have been very fortunate at JPWA to have such WWE superstars as Natalya, Sasha Banks, and Bayley stop by in our second week of existence. When she called me the Friday night we were training in JPWA, and Natty called me, just was going to come in town for a WWE show and wanted to stop by and see our school. She had already heard about it. The buzz was out there. And I brought everybody in on Saturday. And there was one lady that stood out because she's been wrestling her whole life. It's in her blood.
Yeah.
It was Natty saw this girl. She saw the enthusiasm. She saw the fire in her eyes. And that day, Kenzie got to lock up with Sasha. She got to lock up with Bayley. She got some advice from Natty. And come Wrestlemania, ladies and gentlemen, Wrestlemania week. The week before, it was Natalya, Beth Phoenix, The Revival, and Edge who came to JPWA to get ready for this big match. And all four of these people were there again. And the one girl that they brought to the side was Kenzie, and Natty said, let me show you something you can use and take it and make it your own. And it was up to Natty to show her the finish, the leg lock, the heart, what's the name?
Sharpshooter?
The sharpshooter, thank you. I'm trying to do the sharpshooter.
They told me.
They did, of course they did. But she took Kenzie by the side and showed her the sharpshooter. She said, use these in your matches. This will get you successful. And you can tell them I taught you. Here's my number. If there's anything you need, call me. So with that advice and that kind of veteran having your back, along with training at JPWA, I don't see how this girl can go wrong. She's only 17 years old. She is a star of KFW. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenzie. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would you please go to your feet and take a big round of applause for the first class of the JPWA.
Never repay you for what you've done in the last 15 weeks of my life, but I did give you something to hang up at the JPWA school. It is a picture of you and your best friend that is no longer with us. Right on.